Let's continue to get more details on that developing story from the Ekurhuleni Disaster and Emergency Services spokesperson, William Tladi. Thank you very much for joining us this morning, Mr. Tladi. Maybe just give us an update on what you have gotten in terms of details around the circumstances of the explosion and confirmed deaths, if you have that final number as yet.
Oh, yes, thank you so much. One can confirm the number of fatalities to stand at 8 at the moment. No further other fatalities have been recorded subsequent to this explosion that took place on Hospital Street underneath the subway bridge. Yes, scores of people have been admitted at the hospital casualty department. However, at the hospital itself, the roof section of the casualty department has collapsed, and there are further arrangements with the hospital staff to see to it that they transfer the patients to other medical facilities across the city. So currently the two streets have been closed for traffic. The scene is under thorough investigations by the police and the forensics officers. The two houses that burned down nearby due to this explosion, the flames have been suppressed and extinguished by firefighters. And firefighters who are injured are also in stable conditions, have been admitted at Glenwood Hospital in Benoni.
So you are not too sure of the extent of the damage at Tambo Memorial, apart from the collapsed roof that you've just reported on. And they do say that they're not taking any patients at this stage. And I suppose it may be too early to tell when they will have capacity to at least assist surrounding medical centres deal with the aftermath of the explosion.
No, definitely. In the hospital itself, I think the hospital staff and even the leadership in the hospital can actually account more in terms of the administration and admission of casualties. But at the moment, as we're speaking about the explosion itself here, the structural rigidity of everything is not yet determined in terms of the houses that burned down, in terms of the bridge that is that took the explosion is not yet determined in terms of the magnitude and even the damage itself.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about the mop-up operations that you now have embarked on and how long you anticipate this would take, simply because the explosion itself was quite a big explosion, and some EMS officials have called it a war zone currently on the scene.
Now, look, one can confirm that now there is a lot of damage because the bridge itself, if you can see, the bridge is completely damaged. You can check even the distances of the pieces of the truck as it exploded. They have landed quite far, so it shows that now the magnitude was quite high. So, but now, for now, we can confirm that now the entire area has been cordoned off. So no movement, and the investigation is now pursuing.
Yes, and it's quite important, the outcomes of that investigation, Mr. Tladi. We've reported over the last few months a lot of truck-related road carnages that have been happening, killing not only children, but as you've just reported, those 8 deaths that you've just confirmed to us. In the initial investigation or upon your arrival, was there an initial sense of what exactly would have led to an explosion of this nature?
No, look, as per information received on site prior to the arrival of the firefighters, apparently the tanker itself drove on Hospital Street, then under the subway bridge, which is the railway bridge. So, and it got stuck there and caught alight. So, and after catching alight, that's when firefighters were basically called to the scene to come and battle the blaze. So while battling the blaze, that's when now it exploded underneath the bridge and injuring all 6 firefighters and damaging the fire engine completely, and it caught alight as well. 2 other light motor vehicles which were nearby, unfortunately, also burned completely. And yeah, there is a lot of extensive damage. The railway line itself has been ripped off completely. So, and for a long distance, you know, the radiation, the radius, the distance from the actual incident to where the actual damage happened is quite far. We're talking, if I can give an estimation, it's about 80 meters. That's where the debris are at the moment.
Sure, that's quite extensive. And then just finally, just confirm to us, if you could, Mr. Tladi, you did say there are 8 confirmed deaths at the moment. Can you confirm to us, or just make sure, I mean, just double check with us, that none of those 8 are the firefighters that were initially on the scene? No,
definitely all our firefighters has been accounted for. All of them has been accounted for.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you for clarifying.
They are in the Glenwood Hospital, yes, all of them.
Good. Thank you for clarifying that information, and we'll catch up with you as developments continue to unfold around this disaster. That is Ekurhuleni Disaster and Emergency Services spokesperson William Tladi there, bringing us the details and to actually what happened leading to that explosion.